G'day everyone and welcome back to episode 45. This will be the official start of the DC Supervillains Unleashed area. This is the little shop that separates the park. It's sort of like a firehouse sort of building, has a nice little water tank system that's falling over. So in order to recreate that, it ended up being just a little bit hard. So I ended up just incorporating my own sort of style, as you'll pretty much see at the end. To address the elephant in the room, that big present back there is for you guys. That is episodes 50 special ride that he's completed and finished and ready to go for you guys. Obviously in 5 more episodes that will be available in the workshop for you guys to check out, but for the meantime it will sit around the back. Over the next couple of episodes you'll start to see little sneak peeks of the complete ride. As obviously I filmed the whole build series, but I wanted just to have something just to start this park. Obviously there's no hiding that it is the Doomsday Destroyer. I have completed it and finished it. It is ready to go, but I wanted to start that ride first to separate the park and work out my spacing. That's the one thing I struggled with this area, was just the spacing of the park. The area itself was hard to do. It was hard to work out where everything could fit inside of it, but then I've also had to try and figure out how, as you can see to the right there, the Wild West part of the park wraps around in behind this. So that was it's hard to try and plan ahead with this part. So you'll probably see a lot of this stuff get built and then moved later, once I finished all the buildings and can work out spacing and stuff, because I really struggled with the angle of this building and trying to get this sort of area sorted. So you'll probably see me just build this, like I've gotten into a habit now of this whole area is built at a weird slant, so I build pretty much most of these pieces on the global axis, just so that it's a little bit easier to build and that I don't constantly struggle with building. So this is just me trying to work out what sort of brick wall I wanted it to be. Colouring in this game is very hard to get right. It was more yellowish orangish than red, but I felt like it just stuck out a bit more with the red. You'll see when I finish it up that it was just a little bit easier for that. Let's see. Working out the size of this building was hard too. I knew that it couldn't be too big and it couldn't obviously be too small, so it had to fit within this area as best as I could. This had to have a different, like a forced perspective on the roof, as the building needed to look a lot taller than what it was, but then couldn't like over tower the the Doomsday Destroyer. So this took me a really long time to get right. I obviously built this without the Doomsday Destroyer in the background. When I was editing it off camera, that's when I moved the Doomsday Destroyer in to obviously get the sizing up right. But that ride is completely done. So it's the full ride vehicle, full queue, full like everything ready to go. So we've just got to get through 5 episodes. So you'll see me in the next couple of episodes wrap my way around this area. I'm trying to stay true to what's in the park, but then I'm also trying to create our own little sort of style of this. As you can see here, this was the water tank I was going to use, but it ended up just being a little bit too big and didn't really fit the aesthetic of what was going on. So when I was actually driving to work, I had a weird epiphany moment where I thought it would be really funny to turn this building into I can't remember what the cow's name. What's the cow's name? Cosmic Cow? Is that what it's called? The milkshake and ice cream store. I've thought it would have been hilarious to turn it into that and have like a huge ice cream sundae tipping over as if like Mr. Freeze has come through and that's his contribution to this DC villains area. As it's going to be very hard in this area to create the actual villains themselves. So I don't know if you've seen my Arkham Asylum coaster, the way I did the villains in that area. So I think I might just follow that sort of style of having some of the villains present, the ones that we can do, like obviously Scarecrow and maybe the Joker, maybe Killer Croc, maybe Mr. Freeze, but the rest of them will pretty much be as if they've come here and they've left here. So as you can see, Mr. Freeze has obviously gone through here and he's frozen all of the Sundae machine and all of that because he was obviously upset that McDonald's Sundae machine wasn't working, so he decided to open up his own place to make his own milkshakes where the ice cream machine never breaks. But this was hard to recreate because I knew I had to have this as something you could walk through. This couldn't just be one of my buildings that I set up and I just left like empty. I knew you had to pretty much walk through here to access the park, because this part of the park, if you haven't been to the parks, is pretty much a U-turn section. There's no way to like cut across the Doomsday Destroyer unless you walk all the way around, and pretty much all the way around is just little homages to villains themselves. So it's pretty cool what they've done, but it is kind of just a dead area. It's really nice in the shade. It's a ride that I can't go on because it makes me so sick. Like, I remember going one time, just to go really off topic, but going one time and the park was very empty. So when me and my brother were there, the ride operator said to us, well, no one's here, how would you guys like to go around and around again? And we thought it would be a great idea, and it turned out not to be. So that's my advice: when the ride operator offers you a go around and you say yes, just remember that them cheeseburgers will come back up if you're not careful. So this fence was very hard to do, as that little piece there that sits there is only meant to be tiny, so there's not really any pieces that I could use to fit that little area. I'm pretty sure off camera I made it just a whole 4 meter piece and then obviously dug down, but yeah, I played around with that fence a lot because it really bugged me, because I wanted the fence to be something that you could open and access if you wanted to, but I think every time I've been to the park, that gate's been closed. I don't think I've ever seen it open. So I just thought the easiest way would be to keep it closed. The other thing is the dead space in between this and obviously, well, pretty much what we've been building the last couple of episodes. It's just a big open area, and it's very weird to see that much space not being used. So this is where the park will get a little bit weird, because it's not going to make sense. Like, we probably will have to do an extended Wild West area just to get around all of this. I suppose it just depends on how much we can condense this and hide it, because I'm not sure. Like, I did want to incorporate my Batman Escape from Gotham ride in here, but just from the sizing and stuff like that, it's really not going to fit. Like, I thought I could sneak it in there and it'd be a cool like little thing as I build it to fit inside that building, but just the more that this park is going on, that it's just a little bit too big. Maybe I could shrink it down and try to fit it in there, but other than that, I think it's going to be pretty hard, because I suppose we'll find out when we get to that area, because all of that backdrop, so the back of the Scooby-Doo coaster and everything, is just a fake facade of buildings and high rises. And if anyone's seen some of my other videos that I've created, that's probably one of my favorite things to do, is to create fake little things. So you have this little wheelchair access sort of door here, obviously putting signs up for the milkshake and ice cream store. Cosmic Cow, that's it. Did I get that right before? Anyways, Hope you're looking forward to episode 50. I'm very excited to release that to you guys. That's another episode in the books. Let's jump on to the next one. Should hopefully be Monday. I'll see you guys then. Enjoy yourselves. Thanks for watching.